Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Feed the Factory, Factorio in Minecraft, whatever you'd like to call it. We're going to get back into it here. So we've got a decent bit of redstone. Um, our next step will be to combine that in our alloy kilns. Where it is? There it is. Combine that in our alloy kilns to make Modularium with the iron that we have. So, yep, let's get that going here. Alright. So, thank y'all for watching the first episode of this. It lets me know that you'd like to see more of this. It's definitely fun for me, too. Sorry if I'm not looking at the camera all that much, but it's hard to play and look at the camera at the same time. But, alright, we've got a good bit of copper. We've got a good bit of iron. Coal. Oh, well, they're all in this direction, so. As far as I know, seems like there's always day as well, so that's one thing that's good. We don't have to worry about ever sleeping or eating or anything, so that's great. We've also got a good bit of coal, but I've got some on me already. I'm going to, let's see here, drop these. There's some seeds. I don't think we don't need to make food, so there's no real reason to do seeds. One thing we can do, we started with this, and I didn't place it down yet because I just didn't feel like we needed to quite yet, but it is a starter hut, so we can actually use it as like a house. We're going to set it up here next to the coal because we can, and it's fine, it doesn't matter, so, it doesn't really matter where we put it, but this will be a good spot. Simple spot to place it as well. So yeah, let's see if it'll fit right here. Oh, this is just a little small one. Okay. The one that I thought this was oh, whatchamacallit, a little bit bigger from the video that I was watching. I think they might have changed it a little bit. Why won't it rotate here? Okay. I'm pressing R. Okay. Well, let's see, F3H. Let's see, does it say rotation 0? Okay. Let's look at the controls options here. Okay. Well, it won't let us rotate it, so let's put it on this side then. We will actually probably just set it right here. It's pretty simple. It's just a little small place here, and we can pick it back up anytime we want to. Has some starter tools we don't need yet. Probably won't need, but it's got a furnace, a crafting table in it, so actually it's really not much use to us compared to what we already have. So we're just going to toss it in this chest right here and leave it alone. We don't really need it. We've got everything we need from that. So let's see here. Right. Okay, so we're gonna make some modularium. Let's come over here. Let's craft. We'll leave. Well, we don't have to worry about that. Okay, and I'm gonna make just that much more. No. Toss the fuel into here. I do think we actually have to smelt the iron because I believe it's actually iron ingots that makes this. So okay, so we'll split this up into 3. Split that up into 3. All right. We do need to save one of those technically, but it doesn't really matter. So then, okay, let's do this. So if I do that, okay, and then there we go. Oh, oops. Alright, so let's toss that in there, that in there, that in there, and then we will split this up just between the last... Oh, that's stupid. We'll just split this up in between these furnaces just to leave them in there. Alright. I can toss this extra coal in here. I think this one's out of fuel, so let's fill it back up with fuel here. I don't know that we have to use tiny coal. I mean, we could probably use regular coal for this, but we may as well use the tiny variety. So what? One tiny coal gives it 200 fuel. Okay, so it probably does save us a little bit, but I don't know how much. Let's go ahead and go fill up the iron and copper furnace or burner drill so that we can have that continuing to run. I really ought to get rid of some of these trees in the way, but I've just got so much wood right now, I really would rather not continue to fill up my inventory slots and chest slots with that. Yep, and this is indeed out of fuel. So let's do that. Alright, and we will go and check the redstone furnace or burner drill just while we're waiting on the iron to smelt. Alright, let's get on a roll here. So, you guys, I will ask you, let me know how you like this content. Do you like the facecam style with the live videos, or would you prefer the voiceover? Because I can do the same thing with this. Just do a voiceover and then, you know, do the video, record the game, do a voiceover on top, or I could just play it live without the face cam, or I could, keep doing it this way. I mean, it's really up to what y'all want to see, what y'all enjoy. I'm not trying to, let's actually pick up some more redstone over here. I'm trying to do what y'all like, and I just like playing, so, however that needs to be done to make it viewable and watchable, I guess, that's what I want to do. So y'all let me know what you think about this style of content. This is how I've always done it. I've either done where I've been using the face cam, or I've just done it without the face cam, just a live video. I really do enjoy playing live and commenting, but at the same time I do enjoy the voiceover. I mean, it's fun to just play the game, and it makes it easier and on me sometimes. That's one thing I enjoy about doing the Factorio series, is that I can play that any time of the day and not have to worry too much about I don't have to worry about pausing the video in the middle of the video to take care of my son or my wife or something in the middle of the day or in the middle of the video because I'm not doing voice. The only time I have to worry about it is during the voiceover, right? So I don't have to worry about just having to get up and having people interrupt with the face cam or whatever. And I mean, it's not that I don't enjoy taking care of my family. I really do. I love taking care of my family and doing that. And it's important to do that. But at the same time, it's not the best viewer experience if I keep getting interrupted, right? So it makes it easier on me when to take care of my family and whatnot. But it's really up to y'all. If y'all like this kind of content, then I will continue to make it. If you don't like this kind of content, then I won't make it anymore. I mean, I originally set out for this YouTube channel to be just me having fun, right? And that's what I still want it to be. But at the same time, if I can have fun doing this in different ways, and there's specific ways that might be better for viewership and just for people watching, then I'd rather do better for the people that are watching this series, than to, to not, right? Than to just say, oh, whatever, I'm just doing this for fun. Because in the end, I mean, it would be great if something could come of this, as far as like, the partnership thing or whatever, where you get paid to do this. That'd be cool. If it doesn't, I'm, no skin off my back. I'm still having fun doing it, right? But if it does, then hey, that's awesome. You know, One other thing I can do to bring in a little income. Um, but I mean, I'm not expecting it to turn into something huge, but I mean, it'd be great if it did. But I mean, it is what it is. I'm just living my life. I'm having fun, and that's all I can do, right? That's all anybody should do, is just have fun. Live your life to the fullest, man. I mean, we only get the one life. Now, I am a Christian, and I believe firmly in God's word and to follow the scripture, and so I'm gonna do that. But outside of that, whatever I feel like I want to do, I'm probably gonna do it, as best I can, unless it interferes with my following the scripture or my family, and me providing for them, and me doing what I need to do to be a father and a husband, and whatever else. If it doesn't interfere with those things, then hey, have at it, right? Um, at least that's how I feel, you know. But if you are interested, in Christianity, or if you are a Christian and would like to see some Christian content, obviously I'm not going to swear or anything in these videos, and any of my videos ever. But if you would like to see some actual Christian content, I have another channel. If you go onto my About section, you can find another featured channel there that is, it's called Faithful, and that is the channel that me and my wife have made together to kind of do. It's kind of like a Bible study channel, but it's also like a just an in general Christian channel, and we do kind of dig deep videos a good bit of the time. I'm just going to go ahead and make a whole stack of this stuff. I may as well. We've got all this materials. But, if you're interested in that, um, we do tackle a bunch of heavy topics that, not a lot of people like to talk about, because we're not worried about what people think about us, especially not on the internet. It doesn't matter all that much. It's just a part of life. And if we can make a difference, um, whatever that might be, whether, and I'm not trying to push my beliefs on anybody, right? That's the biggest thing for me, is I do not want to feel like, or anybody to feel like I'm pushing my beliefs on them. I am truly just trying to share the gospel, share the message in the scripture, right? And if that message contradicts however you've been living your life, then that's you. And if you don't believe the scriptures are real, okay, I mean, we can talk about that too if you want. I don't care. I have done a lot of studying in my life, not just about scripture, but the scientific side of it, to see, hey, where's the proof that this has happened? Where's the proof that God exists? And I have found it for myself well enough to convince me, and I'm very analytically minded. I really am. I'm very logical, cold hard facts, cold thinking, hard thinking. That's what I do. I may talk in circles, I may do whatever, but that's what I am. I'm very analytical. I love games like this, like the factory aspect of this, the automation. I love Factorial because of that. That's a really big part of me, and you know that's where I came from. And so when I was building my faith, I'm seventh generation Christian, so I grew up in a Christian household. But for me, I was when I was in college, I was at some of my lowest points. I really was ready to leave the faith. I wasn't really in it, even though I had the proof that God existed. I had the proof that He existed, and that He sent His Son to die on the cross for my sins, and that He's the only way I'm making it to heaven, and all that. Even though I had the proof of that, I still I was ready to fall away, and then I met my now wife, and she helped me kind of get back to the Lord, and I really appreciated that from her. But anyway, I'm gonna stop talking about religion now because I know this is a light-hearted gaming channel, not really the place. But anyway, if you wanted that kind of content, you can find it over there. Faithful channel, you'll see my face and my wife's beautiful face as well on the cover. So um, if you'll give me just a second, I'm gonna pause the recording for a split second, and you'll see me pop right back. But I'm gonna go take care of my wife for a minute. So thank you. All right, right back to it. Like I said, a split second. This bed sheet behind me actually fell down. I had to staple it back to the ceiling because I rolled over it with my chair. Anyway, all right, we've got 20 modularium each. That's plenty to finish our quests here. Multiply. All right. We've got Diamond Wand, great. Engineer's Manual, great. And craft this item with any book to store it inside. The Alchesic Tome. Alright, so what we can do is we can take this Alchesic Tome, put the Engineer's Manual in there. Then we can have that stored. Can we do that with the quest book as well? Sure enough, look at that. Look at that. That's awesome. Do we have any other books we can put in here? No. So that's fine. The Diamond Wand we also don't need until we start building things like a base of operations, like an actual official house kind of base. For now, we don't need it. So let's look at the next coming quests. We could do the routers and conveyors. We could do modular machinery. We could do crushing cobble. This one will be the easiest. So let's just go ahead and do that real quick. All we need to do is take some cobble and put it in our inventory. And there we go. With the engineer's hammer, we now have completed that quest. Fast factory movement. It might take a little while longer before I can get boots of speed. There's another way to quickly get around my factories. Concrete is especially simple to make. Here, I require only sand, gravel, and clay, and I can dye it different colors, on top of chiseling it into new patterns. The old way is still present too, but why would I want to bother submerging the stuff in water when there's an easier way? Alright, so I need to make some light gray concrete. So gravel, 4 sand, 1 piece of clay. How can we make clay? Clay balls, maybe? Okay, slag, dirt, and water. That's gonna be interesting to try to do. We can get dirt. Where can we get slag? Oh, from the Modularium. Great, theoretically. Oh wait, not in the alloy kiln. Sorry, that's steel in the blast furnace, not the alloy kiln Modularium. We're out of fuel again on our drills, but I don't think we need to worry about that right now. We've got tons of resources. Okay, so one thing we should do, so that will be something we can get to, but one thing we should do is get into this conveyor belts here. Splitting conveyor belts split items evenly and push them to their right and left. Routers split items evenly between all of the sides I set in its interface. Place it down and right-click it to edit it. So, let's get into those. We can look at the splitting conveyor belts. Really, so what we want to do is get a way to eventually automate this coal into tiny coal and then into our burner drills to fuel them, because it's going to be a minute before we have electricity. But for now, let's go ahead and go to modular machinery. This is our next step toward research. I'm going to bring that down a little. I don't know why I lifted it up. Anyway, we need machine casing. So many of the multi-block machines available to me can only be made in capsule form. That means I don't have to worry about placing each piece in the world, as I can right-click their capsule form to automatically deploy them into the world. Most of these multi-block capsules require a modular machinery base capsule to craft, which in turn requires these machine casings. So in order to make that, I can get rid of that, We need 4 modularium and a copper ingot to make 2 of them. So let's go ahead and just quickly smelt all this copper. That's perfect. 2 coal each. Alright, I'm just going to take that and use 2 whole pieces of coal, since I'm awesome that way. Well, that's just the way I like to do it. Anyway, that's going to be smelting in there. And let's look at what we can do next. So we also need, for uses on this, to make the multi-block capsule base, we need 8 of those machine casings. That's what we need. But when we get to make the burner researcher, we need 3 iron sheet metals and 2 furnaces. So we can go and make those while we're waiting on the copper to smelt. Iron sheet metals is going to be 4 iron plates, and that makes 4 iron sheet metal. So we take the iron ingots and put them with an engineer's hammer, and that makes iron plates. So we're going to make 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. 4 iron plates. Toss them in the crafting station to make iron sheet metal. We'll toss this in here because we don't need it right now. Then we can also take our cobblestone, quickly make a couple furnaces. Then all we're waiting on is some copper, but we are running low on cobblestone. So let's see what other ways we can get cobblestone. From the igneous extruder, which is going to be a minute probably. From chiseling, just that doesn't really do anything. And collectors. Cobblestone generator. Okay, so is that something we can research when we get to it here? Let's see, basic research, compressed research, bulk crafting, steel meets steel. Auto crafting, treated wood planks, cheaper components. Let's look at research in here. So this is going to be items, power, pumping fluids. Okay, great, but how do we get a cobblestone generator? Is this something we need here, or is it something we can just get at any time? Processing. So this is power materials. That's steel. Deep mob learning, that doesn't help us. Upgrades. It's possible. Okay, power drills. That's something we need. Okay, we'll get to that soon. Most likely. Man, it'd be nice to know when we need to get the cobblestone generator done. I think it's probably just going to be on our own. But I don't know if there's a way to find lava in this. Let's see. Nether brick. Okay, so nether brick. Can we craft nether brick somehow? Unfamiliar item. Okay, I need material steel first. I have to be stage steel. Okay. Or I can smelt netherrack, which I can take a mechanical drying basin with magma, which I can make by putting lava, or you can do magma cream, which is slime ball and blaze powder, which is gunpowder and hellish matter. Okay. This is gonna be probably just need to go to the nether, because yeah, you still need. Okay, so we're going to be going to the nether at some point, it looks like. But I'm wondering if there are lava pools on the surface that we could use. But for now, let's go ahead and do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. All right, here we go. And then 2, 4, 6, 8. And there is our 8 multi-block casings, or multi-block capsule base. Oh, shoot. And I can't, oh man, because I didn't put it in my inventory. I just went straight to making the, see, okay. We'll need some eventually anyway, so that's alright. But then all we need to do is take that, and then this, and then these. And there we go, burner researcher, and we'll probably make another one as well. But for now, we're just going to make the one of them. So what we can do is we can take this and plonk it right next to our alloy kilns here. So, alright, so we have the furnaces, which do fuel. Well, no. Okay, so this is how this works. So we've got the 3 inputs here. We've got the actual controller there, and this is the output. There are the furnaces here, but I don't think they really do anything right now. So I'm sure the recipes will tell us. But now we can claim this capsule. This is for moving already built burner researchers. So in order to make a new one, we need to make a new one. We can also make 8 of these apparently. I guess I should have read that because I read this, didn't I? Okay, here we go. Better researcher ahead. Don't make 100 of these. A lot of luxuries I've taken for granted are no longer available to me. I have to work for them, and I can do that by conducting research. The very first researcher, the burner researcher, takes coal and other materials in its green-ringed blocks to produce research items. These research items can be exchanged for features I can then use via the other tabs in the quest book. The researcher is made up of multiple blocks, but these capsules make them much easier to create. Just craft the capsule, then right-click twice to automatically build it where I'm looking. Great. 8 multi-block capsule bases, okay? Because one researcher is never enough, I can't just craft a new machine or multi-block at a time. That takes way too long. I need to get used to the idea of bulk crafting, where I make a lot of something when I only need a few now. But we'll need a lot more later on. That's probably going to happen with researchers or even the multi-block based capsules. Let me do that now, in fact. Okay, so just make 8 multi-block capsule bases. All right, well, we can quickly do that. We have all the stuff we need for it, I believe. So we've got 2 already, so 1, 2, 3. There we go. That's going to make another one. We're not going to have enough of these to do that. So, okay. Let's do this. Let's put that in the middle. We're only going to be able to make, okay. Only going to be able to make 2 more of these. So we will need to make some more modularium. Let's go get some more. So we were able to make 4 out of 1 stack of modularium. So we're going to need a good bit more. So we're going to need 2 stacks to make 8. So we can just toss that in here. We're going to need some more redstone. There's no point in not tossing that in there. So yeah, let's do that. We're going to make 2 stacks of modularium because modularium is definitely going to be used extensively in this mod pack here. We need some more iron, so let's go grab some more iron, and we'll just get that going while we're doing some other quests here. Okay, hit my head on a tree. That happens. For those of you wondering, I'm 6'4" in real life, so I hit my head on a lot of stuff. All right, grab that. Toss some more coal in. I'm just going to go ahead and do that, and then this. That way we can continue to gather more resources, such as redstone and iron and whatnot else. But eventually we will take and automate these things. Automate the coal refueling as well as the crafting or smelting of ores, so we don't have to do it like we have been. Why did it do that? I don't know why Minecraft does things the way it does sometimes. Let's just do it this way. And then go bam, bam, bam. and get some more coal, and we'll toss some more in here, and make some more. There we go. All right. So bam, 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 ba-da, bam. All right, 34, 34, 32. Apparently, I thought I put 34 in that stack, but okay. And I never actually took the iron in there. All right. So now we're going to smelt some bunch more iron, and we will smelt some more modularium at some point here. We've got exactly 32 in there, so that's great. We do need 64 though, so we're going to go ahead and take and add that in there. So, all right, let's make some research. Basic research. Yes, that takes half a minute to make. My first research. This is the first type I can make with what I've got on hand, but as I unlock new technologies, that list should expand. The road to that is going to be long and difficult, so there's nothing wrong with spending research to make it easier to produce more, instead of just saving up for the next tier. For starters, anything that will make it easier to move items around would be great, like minecarts. I'll eventually need power and the ability to move that around too. Okay, so we need to make a logistics research. In order to do so, we need to use the burner researcher using a conveyor belt, an iron plate, and a piece of coal or charcoal. So we're going to make 16 and use up this charcoal here. So in order to make those things, we need iron plates, so we need 16 iron plates. That is pretty simple to get. We just take this and that, and there we go, 16 iron plates. And we also need 16 conveyor belts. In order to make the conveyor belts, we need 2 iron ingots and a copper gear, making 4. So we really need 2 times 4, which is 8 iron ingots and 4 copper gears. 4 copper gears is made simply like this. There we go, 4 copper gears. And then we'll take this and split that up there, making our conveyors. We now have 16 research going. Let's go ahead, before we do anything else, and make another burner researcher, because we really could use another researcher. I'm actually going to make 2 more researchers, because that will leave us with exactly 0, theoretically, iron sheet metals left. So actually it would be 3 more researchers. But anyway, now we just need the stone. So let's walk back over here, I believe, where we started, and mine some more stone. I think it was over here somewhere. Where was it? I know there's a little spot where we dug in the ground. I'd like to dig in that same spot so we don't have to open up a whole new can of worms. You know, not really a can of worms. But anyway, open up a new hole in the ground. I'd like to continue where we were. Here we are, right here. This is the hole. I'm just going to mark this really quickly as a stone mine, just temporarily, until we get the ability to generate cobblestone. Let's actually look into that. Into a cobblestone generator. That's 2 cobblestone, 2 tin ingots, and 4 basic platings. We need lead and tin for that. That's going to be a minute because we cannot currently mine those ores through the use of our burner drills. So we have to get to that point in our playthrough here. But let's go ahead and just quickly mine up a good bit of stone. Quickly. I don't want the marble. I really could care less for now. We will get it eventually, probably, because it looks pretty. And we'll probably use it to build our factory up. But for now, we're just looking for cobblestone. Also not looking for sandstone, so there's no point in getting that. Let's go ahead and dig down 1 level here, just so we can get a bunch of nice, great old cobblestone. the standard building block here in the Minecraft realm. So, alright, I'm just going to dig this here. Take and hammer that. And we are actually running out of durability pretty fast on this hammer. Hopefully, it won't be too quick. But for now, let us go back to our home base and continue to build. I think we can easily, yeah, it's just 5 iron and 2 sticks to make another iron hammer. No problem whatsoever. We also are not going to move this burner researcher right now, so we can leave that away. So let's go ahead and do the furnaces here. Here we go. All right. We need 3 furnaces. Nope, more than 3. I didn't count. We need 6 furnaces. So there's 4, 5, 6. 6 furnaces. Split them in half. There we go. And toss those in the corner. Bam. 3 more burner researchers. And then we can complete this quest by just making more modules here. Alright, go ahead and toss that one. Toss that one. And we're just going to continue this straight out thing here that we've been doing and just continue to place them directly next to each other in this direction instead of changing the way we place them. So then right there. Alright, we now have 4 burner researchers. We can now take, let's clean out our inventory really quickly of extra stuff. Here we go. We've got a bunch of extra cobblestone we can toss. We don't need that piece of sand. We'll just toss that in there. Toss this in there. We can come back to get it. We're going to keep that. Tools can go in the corner. We'll just put all of our resources in this chest for now. Tools there. Building blocks. And then this is where we'll keep that. Alright. Divide these by 4. And then we will take and toss them into the researchers like so. 4, 4, 4. Oh, wait. Forgot. Like this. Now, these are researching. Here we go. All right, do it again. 4, 4, 4. And then this one too. Charcoal, conveyor belts, and iron plates. And last but not least, this last one on the end. That is an alchasic tome, not conveyor belts. And that could actually go up here with the tools. We are now running research on all 4 of these. They take 30 seconds to output 1 logistics research. So in 2 minutes, we should have all of our research completed. Our 16 logistics research researched. Or created, I guess you could call it. More like crafted, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, so yeah. Very slow to use. It is a burner after all. Once we get it to being an actual researcher, maybe it will be slightly faster. I'm not sure. I'm sure there are. I should just press the button. But anyway, I'm sure there are upgrades as well. Yeah, research speed upgrade. Here we go. Research speed upgrade 1, 2, and 3. And research energy upgrade 1, 2, and 3. Thermal upgrade kits. There's drill head upgrades, faster movement upgrades, dynamo augments, machine augments, nuclear craft upgrades, the power drill, the infinity drill, and the tier 2 infinity drill. So, power drill needs 32 logistics research and 16 mechanics research. Okay. Burner drill is great and all, but it's hard to keep so many of them fueled. The power drill works faster than burner drills and uses electricity instead of fuel. That will be one we need to be working towards. Unfortunately, right now, it's not going to happen because in order to make the required, the red research packs here, let's just go to one of these that needs it. Okay, that one doesn't. that one needs blue. That's not what I'm looking for. Here, the red takes copper coil blocks, steel gears, and coal because it's burner researcher. So, but in order to get steel, we first have to research steel by using 16 logistics research. So that could be our first research, theoretically, is steel, but would that be smart? What should we research first? I think we have to go through. Okay, so steel should be our first research, it looks like. Yeah, okay. That's what it says to do, so we may as well. All right, let's grab our iron and our 2 stacks of redstone and make our 2 stacks of modularium by putting those in the smelters there. We now have our 16 logistics research completed, theoretically. If I can pull them out of the researchers here. Okay, 16 logistics research. We can also take these over here to the crafting table and change them into 8 times logistics research packs to allow for us to hold more of them in our inventory, right? That's the idea. So we now have another 8 times. So we now have not only 16, we have 24 logistics research. So it's really just a matter of what we want to do with it. So our first thing we need to do probably is steel, but I want to look and see what we can get without steel. What should we get without steel? So I think the conveyor belts we don't need steel for. We don't need to research those either. Metal press, alloy furnace, tier 1 smelting. Smelting, what does this do? Oh, okay. Direct conversion of ores and dust into ingots, same as vanilla furnace. Multiplicative effects only work on dirty dust, not regular dust. Dirty dusts are outputted by the next tier of processing. Okay, tier 1, okay. External heater. Okay, place this next to a furnace and provide it power, and it will let the furnace work without fuel. Great. Consumes 4 RF a tick, considerably cheaper than the default. Right-click with an engineer's hammer to rotate the machine. Shift placing will put the power port on the side opposite to you. Okay, so we need to get a heater. Then we could use a redstone furnace, and then we could get the flux anodizers. We could then do dusts, here, ores and clumps get crushed into dirty dust in this tier. Dirty dust can be smelted into ingots by machines in the previous tier, but have no uses beyond that. Okay. Tier 3 clumps. Ores and shards can be turned into clumps by machines in this tier. Okay. Tier 4 shards. Ores and crystals are turned into shards in this tier. Alright, and then finally crystals. Ores can be turned into crystals in this tier. Alright, so arc furnace is tier 5. Crusher multiblock is tier 4. Induction smelter being tier 3. Pulverizer is tier 2. And then, of course, the external heater and redstone furnace being tier 1, with the flux anodizers allowing for double the things. Alright, crafting. I can't be expected to craft everything I need manually. This tree deals with the various auto crafters available to me in increasing ability. Alright, great. So, what should we research first? Probably steel. If I had to guess, because it's going to be pretty well influential in almost everything that we're going to be making from now on. So let's go ahead and submit 16 logistics research to get steel. Alright, we now have a blueprint. Okay, so it says, steel is an iron-carbon alloy that is much stronger than either of its ingredients. To make the blast furnace needed to produce it, I need to craft 27 blast brick, place them in a 3x3x3 cube, and right-click on any of the center face blocks with the engineer's hammer. It takes any kind of carbon as fuel, really charcoal, coal, and coal coke. Alright. we now have a blueprint for a blast furnace. We also have this engineer's manual, well, updated, I'm guessing. So let's toss it into the Alcasic tome. We now have 2 engineer's manuals in there. All right, so can't undeploy. You may change the blueprint capsule, left click in air, or ensure the area you want to undeploy matches the blueprint structure. Okay, so this is just to move around blast furnaces once we have one built. All right, but for now, that's where we're going to end the episode. We can technically research one more thing in the transfer category. Should we research minecarts? Minecarts are much faster than conveyor belts, but I can't exactly dump items into them very quickly. But with a bit more research, I should be able to overcome that problem. It really doesn't help us, I don't think, at the moment. Power, maybe? It's hard to tell. I think minecarts, because we're going to be getting through minecarts pretty quick. Let's see what it says after this. Better fuels, multi-block tanks, automated coal, quick blast furnace math, treated wood planks, cheaper components, auto workbench, and auto crafting. Okay. Yeah. Let's go ahead and research minecarts. We're going to need to eventually anyway. We can always make more research. So that's what we're going to do. So great. All right, we've got minecarts research and we've got steel production research. We can then work on that in the next episode. This is where I'm going to end this one. I really hope you all have enjoyed watching this episode and listening to me talk. Like I said, if you are interested in the other channel, definitely go check it out in my featured channels section on my profile there. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment, about anything you want to hear or see or whatever. Any other games you might want me to play. Toss them out there too. I'm happy to play. I don't have any money to buy games, but if I have it already, I definitely will play it. Like I said, I'm on disability for an injury from work right now, so I barely have any income, and it's just barely enough to keep us afloat. But we're doing what we can. So. Yeah, leave a comment if you'd like to see a Patreon or something with additional content. Definitely check that out. Let me know about that too. That's a good comment. Anyway, leave a like, subscribe if you like this content or if you like Factorial content. I am definitely going to be posting more of that. Also, I plan on, so just real quick at the end of this video, my plan is to post Factorio on Tuesdays and Saturdays, and to post Minecraft Feed the Factory on Thursdays and Saturdays. So if all goes well, I know I haven't been sticking quite to the schedules I've been saying, because I originally was going to post a Factorio episode every day, but it just got to be way too much to try and handle, along with all the doctor's appointments and everything that I've already having to do. So for now, I'm going to try and do Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays for video days, do Factorio on Tuesdays, probably sometime around noon, maybe a little later, or maybe even that evening. Either way, as long as it happens before midnight Thursday night or Tuesday night, that's my plan. So Factorio on Tuesdays, Minecraft on Thursdays, and then both of them on Saturdays, 2 videos on Saturdays. Or I might schedule it and instead post maybe a Factorio on Saturday and a Minecraft on Sunday. Just have it automatically scheduled. I don't know. Probably just plan to do both videos on Saturdays. But anyway, I really appreciate you all for watching and just sticking with me through this. The next episode, we will be getting into some more stuff here. We're going to be making steel. So definitely check back if you are ready for that, if you are hyped up for this series. But yeah, this is me signing off, and I've been producing videos. Thanks for watching.